Acuérdate del tema de assessment, ¿te acuerdas? Preparing exams.
Yeah.
Okay. So it says that you have two types, no? Evaluation and assessment. A ver, Kika, abajo. Abajo, no. Abajo. Abajo. So assessment is it's when you actually, it's at the end of the course or the end of the unit, or no, at the end, no? And evaluation is ¿cuándo?
Before you change the level?
Every week, every class. Y acuérdate que la evaluación para quién es.
Para mí.
So every class have some sort of activity to evaluate your students, aunque ellos no sepan que lo estás evaluando. Puede ser, por ejemplo, un conversation task, puede ser, por ejemplo, un writing task, y tú checa, obviamente basado en lo que estés viendo, y así vas a checar. Si no lo has hecho, empieza ya. Y a lo mejor
Pues normalmente les dejo como una actividad al final, usando lo que aprendimos. Y estas 2 últimas clases fue que me escribieran, como van en nivel 1 apenas, que me escribieran oraciones de acuerdo con lo que les enseñé, pero no sé, pensando en lo que ellos hacen o así.
Ajá, sí, está bien. ¿Y cómo lo está?
Pues bien.
¿Qué les faltó?
¿Dónde?
¿Qué les faltó?
Creo que en esta última clase era porque estaban distraídos con el partido de México. Estaban viendo los resultados del partido en el cel.
Sí, por eso yo cancelé clases. La verdad es que ni en presencial ni en línea, En línea hubo uno, y eso porque es una niña que
No le interesa el fútbol.
estaba bien enojado el maestro. Porque les dije, si no llega alguien, se cierran y se van, y que llega alguien.
Oh.
Pero bueno, sí, pues ahí está tu respuesta, Minit. Ahí está tu respuesta, en donde ya puedes saber qué puedes hacer y qué no puedes hacer. Empieza con hacerles un quiz, hazles un quiz también.
Sí, es lo que estaba pensando.
Un quiz es de una semana, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces, pues está chido, ¿no? Muy bien, so, did you do your homework?
I forgot.
Oh, my Lord in heaven. Jesus Christ, Lord Jesus, Black Jesus. ¿Por qué se te olvidó?
¿Se me pasó?
Ok,
Estaba pensando en otras cosas.
me lo mandas por WhatsApp para continuar.
Ajá. What was the homework?
Answering these questions.
But we answered the first 3, right?
Yes, the last 2 was homework.
Okay.
Okay, so the main points to be taken into consideration when choosing a textbook now. Normally, again, unless you have your own school, or unless, like you are doing it, you are having private classes, excuse me, normally you work for an institution, and the institution has its own program, right? Now, if you have the chance, either you are the owner or you are the coordinator, and the institution trusts a lot on you, well, then you get to choose the, excuse me, the student's book, no? The textbook. What can you do or what can you take into consideration? Number one, minute.
You can use only a textbook in class.
We discussed that, right? You can't just following, you just can't follow the student's book like the Bible. You just can't, right? It's boring and it's bad.
Yeah.
Dos, two.
Before starting a course, new unit, or lesson, analyze your book.
Good. If it's communicative enough, and this is very important because some years ago, not many, some years ago, one university in Celaya hired me to consult their program, que creo que era el de prepa, sí, el de prepa. Y la coordinadora así como que, no, estos libros son la maravilla del mundo y los usan en Estados Unidos y bla, 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 bla. So I read it, analyzed it, I consulted it, y entregué mi reporte a la dueña y le dije, no. Digo, no dudo que estén buenos libros. Número uno, no son de nivel, están a un nivel muy alto, y no son comunicativos, es literatura. I understand in the States they're using it because children in the States speak English. So it's not really communication, it's reading. Entonces, it's very important that here in Mexico, or at least in a Spanish-speaking country, you choose a book that has communication tasks. Okay? That it has enough activities. The content on the language is appealing. I mean, the topics are interesting to the students. We're going to check. Let me show you. I have esto lo vamos a dar por internet. Pero lo vamos a ver aquí en clase. I'm still sick. I have a hard time reading. ¿Qué comes? Dámelo. They don't know if it's COVID or it's influenza. But anyways.
You don't have the vaccine?
Sorry?
You don't have the vaccine?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I've been vaccinated for both, so I'm not worried. It's just very annoying.
Okay.
Because I can't talk, right? And I have fever Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So anyways, okay. So this is like a quiz. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This is like a quiz for when you're choosing a material, okay? Can you read number one?
Is the price of the material appropriate for your students?
So do you think, Minette, that this first question should be the first question ever? I mean, do you think it's important that you check if the price is correct?
Yeah, because, well, I think it depends if you are working in a public school or in a private school, because the prices are gonna change.
Oh yeah, it changed a lot. But what if you remember, you get to choose your own material. So if you have that chance of choosing the material, this is your first number one question.
Well, yeah, because not every student is gonna want to buy a expensive book.
Simple as that. If you say, okay, you have to buy a book of 1,000 pesos, digo, en la escuela de mi hija cobran eso y más, pero pues lo tienes que comprar a fuerzas. But in an English school, it's different. They won't buy it, no? So number one question is the price at the end of the day. Number two, please.
Are the integral parts of the material, textbook, audio, teacher's guide, etc. available?
This is also very important. Nowadays, it's very easy. Nowadays, it's easier. Back in my day, we didn't have lots of material available. Now we have Google. We have YouTube. We have many pages where to download material. But back in my day, it was about it. But it's still number two question is also you have you have a book that is a brand that is new, you understand brand, una marca that is new, you wouldn't have a lot of material. Now, if you choose a textbook from Cambridge, for example, or Oxford, or maybe Macmillan or Pearson, whatever the brand is, they have tons and tons of material. So it's not a problem, okay? Number 3.
Does the material provide a balance of activities that are appropriate for your students?
Does the material prove a balance of activity? In what sense the balance, Salem? What do you think is a balance of what?
That you have for practicing reading, listening, writing, and all of the 4, no? That you cover the 4 abilities that you need to have in English?
Good. That was a tricky question. Excellent. I'm surprised. Yes, exactly. A balance of the skills. That is not only grammar, or is not only reading or speaking. So there's a balance of all the skills. Very good. Number 4.
Did you have enough communicative activities in your textbook?
And this is also because you might have a reading task, writing task, but you might have communicative tasks. Also, it's important. Now, 5.
Is new language introduced in motivating and realistic context?
Motivated is yes, está bien. Is a new language introduced in motivating context? Again, it's the language appropriate for your students. Do your students are going to find it easy or not easy, but interesting to read, to study? Let me move it. Number 6.
Does the material include and practice the skill your students need?
Very important. It has to do with the balance, right? Number 7. Excuse me, 8.
Is the language used in the material realistic?
Oh, this is very important. Right? We have the conversation there. Hello, Peter. Hello, Bill. How are you? Nobody talks like that, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, the new material, they are becoming more realistic than before. Before it was to laugh, you know, it was very, very comic.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming more realistic. Although, remember, Salem, that the book is only an 8. So you always have YouTube, you will Spotify, etc. to help you out with your audios. 9.
Is the language used at the right level of your students?
Very important. You might have a book that is a really cool book, very balanced book, but it's too advanced or too basic. Either way is bad. 10.
Is the progression of new language appropriate for your students?
In other words, the progress of the learning is well established. Think in the question that you asked me. You asked me at the beginning, ¿cómo puedo saber si mis alumnos están? Okay, I mean, no me quejo ni nada, but that shouldn't be a question that you would ask your coordinator. Tú me preguntas a mí porque soy tu maestro y porque tus alumnos son de Defero. ¿Cierto? If your students were from Defero and then you ask me, I would be mad. Because we follow a sequence. Correct? Now, it's the same thing in this. Is the progress of your learning or the new language appropriate? Or you as a teacher know when is the time to change or the time to modify? See the connection?
Yeah. Teacher, that's well, I was thinking about it in the past weeks because there were some units that has a lot of information because I try to explain them to my students for them to understand the whys and why do you need to use that and how. But there are 2 units that are too full of information, and I felt that they were overwhelmed.
Okay, maybe we need to change that. Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. It's excellent that you tell me that because I can know, right? Which units were on?
Well, let me search.
Yes.
Well, maybe if they really practice, could be more easy, would be easier for them, but
See?
I think it was.
You want to check it and let me know?
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Check it out and send it today or tomorrow to the chat, to the teachers board chat.
Yeah, because I didn't find them, but yeah. They were in C3, but well, I let them take a break because they were like, what?
Okay, no, that's fine. You can send it to the teachers board, say, hey, I'm teaching C3 and I found this level 2 units very heavy. So, or you can say, I would say too loud, no, ¿cómo se llama? Loaded, muy cargadas, too loaded. And what do you think about it? And let the other teachers discuss.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they at the end they understand it, but yeah, I felt that they were kind of overwhelmed because of the information.
Right. No, I understand. It's good to you tell me. It's good. All right, number 12, is it? Yes.
Is the subject and content of the material interesting to my students?
Very important. It's interesting to my students. 13.
Does the material contain clear guidance for the teacher?
This is very, very important. Sometimes they don't, although you have the liberty to the freedom to work in your classes, but it's good that you have some sort of guidance, right? 14.
Is the material clearly written for your students?
This is a must, Salem. Again, normally it's already done, but if you have a book that it's very difficult to read or from your student's viewpoint, change it. Otherwise, you're going to be, Miss, ¿ahora qué va aquí? Miss, ¿ahora qué hago? Miss, ¿ahora qué voy a hacer? And you're going to spend more time explaining than actually teaching. Okay. And finally, number 15, and this is the most important.
Did you enjoy using the textbook that you are currently using?
And this is a very important question because you need to like the program in order to teach it, like you said it today. That you had there 2 units that you found very too loaded. For me, it's a red flag. Not from you. I mean, it's from for the book.
I don't think it's a book, because when I was taking those classes, my classmate and I wouldn't have that problem. But I think it's more about they don't practice.
Maybe it's the students. Okay, I get that. That's actually true. But okay, let's open the question to the teachers, all right, and see what they think. Everybody teaches C3, so it's cool.
Okay.
right. Good. Mr. PowerPoint here. So this is a summary of the questions. The price, the availability, the layout and design, the instructions, the methodology, the syllabus, the language study activities, such as the grammar, the functions, topics, is it relevant, not relevant, cultural features, very important, usability, and teacher's guide. Mhm.
Mhm.
Correct. Thank you. No, ese ya lo vimos. Okay, let's write a report. Identify the main strengths and weaknesses. No sé qué pasa con mi ratón. There you go. So you're gonna write a report of a textbook with the book title, the publisher, the date of publication, intended for grade or for level in this case, and review by Minute Salem and today's date. ¿Sale? Vas a empezar así y luego abajo vas a poner si es comunicativo, si tiene balance, si es interesante a los alumnos, todo lo que vimos ahorita. ¿Vale?
No.
Do you have a textbook in your office or in your house?
Whatever
English.
textbook?
English student book, yes. Whatever English student book.
Oh no, English student book, no.
Oh my Lord in heaven. Okay, let me send one to you.
Yeah. I don't have it because I Google everything, teacher.
No. I mean, no, I know. Past, you studied in an different school maybe, and you had a book or something, or maybe your little sister, your little brother is studying in another school. I don't know. I mean that,
Yeah, but we throw it away.
I figure. Okay, let me see if I have one here. Hold on. Okay, what do we do? It's because I have it, but in physical. Déjame ver.
Tell me the name and I'm gonna search it.
Well, actually, any book, it's just a homework or assignment. Touchstone, complete first student book. A ver si es este, no, pero este es el otro. No. Basic grammar. No. Okay, why don't we do this one of our own? That's going to be easier. Okay, send it.
Oh, I found the unit. It's C3 Unit 6.
Okay, good. So go ahead and when we finish the class, tell the students.
Okay. The number 1?
Yeah, it's easier.
Okay. Can you share again the screen?
Yes, I'm gonna send it, and I'm gonna be sending the screenshots to the WhatsApp too.
Okay, thank you.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be back in 1 minute.
Uh-huh.
Do you finish? You want to tell us?
Okay, I didn't find the date of publication.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, the book title is Touchstone Students Book 1, publisher Cambridge, intended for grade A1 to A2 beginner,
Excellent.
and teaches basic grammar, vocabulary, and conversation strategies for everyday interaction. Review by Minit Salem, date 28 November. Main strengths. It teaches grammar, vocabulary, and conversation strategies according to the level. Its features have a clear order that is easy to follow. It teaches the main 4 abilities for English, reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Has extra material to help you, audio CD, class audio program. And I only got 2 main weaknesses. It doesn't really explain much grammar, and it gets repetitive and boring.
Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, very good. So I guess it is, again, if you have the chance to choose the student, normally it's already been chosen, right? But once you have the chance, well, you know. The most important part, as my viewpoint, is the first part of the class. What kind of teacher are you, right? Are you
only textbook or
teacher 1 or teacher book, etc. Anyways, let's call it a day. Let's take a selfie for today. Bájate nada, nada abajo, nada abajo, abajo, abajo. 1, 2. Okay. I'll say in a moment, okay?
Yeah.
So I'll leave you because you have a class. Thank you very much.
Thanks, teacher.
Bye bye.
¿Sabe también cuál he visto que es el problema? Bueno, un problema de los estudiantes.
Ajá.
Que la otra vez estaba checando así las lecciones que preparo.
Sí.
Y a veces repiten los temas, ¿no? Nada más como que te ponen te hablan del tema, pero para el nivel del que están tratando, y ya después en un siguiente libro lo vuelven a tratar, pero ya más avanzado. Y se lo tengo que volver a explicar porque no se acuerda.
Lo que pasa es, ¿sabes cuál es el error ahí? De los alumnos en la práctica. Bájate, 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 bájate. Que te bajes, caramba. Espérame, bájate. Ah. Lo que pasa es que la hermana que nos limpia, nos pone a hacer aseo.
Ajá.
No guardó la ropa y está toda la ropa ahí en otro sillón.
Ajá.
Entonces está de curiosa.
Ah.
Pero bueno. Sí, ok. Entonces así estamos, ¿va?
Ok, ya.
Bien, vamos a entrar a clases.
Ya.